Over the course of this season, I have interviewed some amazing players, some ex-Premier League players. So what would happen if I did a team of the season from the players that I've interviewed? Well, today we will find out as I build my Dream 11 from the 22-23 season from players I have only interviewed this season. Yes, you heard it right, I have interviewed enough players to basically build a Dream 11 from this season, which is absolutely insane. So thank you guys so much for the opportunity that you give me, essentially. You know, subscribing, viewing, liking. So, you know, keep that going. Make sure to press the subscribe button before we get started. If we hit 65 likes on this video, then we will do the League One combined 11 from the best players this season. Most of them will be the same, but you know, there'll be a few tweaks. And also a rule in this one is because I am a Port Vale fan, I have to include 3 players from Port Vale. Let's get started, and we'll start straight away with Wes Foderingham. Now, he isn't in League One, and he's one of 2 that aren't players in League One, but I did interview him when Sheffield United played Tottenham in the FA Cup. He kept a clean sheet in that game, by the way. What a keeper he is. Some close calls include Michaelcooper and Camerondawson from Plymouth and Sheffield Wednesday respectfully, but I feel like Wes Foderingham, of course, being promoted to the Premier League, having a 70% save ratio in the Championship, let's bear in mind, a league above them 2 goalkeepers, I think he just nicks it for me. Okay, the second player from Sheffield United is George Baldock. What a player he is. I'm pretty sure it's 17 clean sheets that Sheffield United have kept when he has started. So he is a rock at the defence for them. A really crucial role in that Sheffield United team, and what he does best is get up those wings and put crosses in, deliver balls, build play up from the back, which is what you need essentially in a team trying to get to the Championship, because most of these players are League One, so we are basing this as if we were a League One team. Okay, coming on to our centre-back duo, and I am going to use 2 of the 3 Port Vale players because I feel like these have had a really good season. I'm going to go with Will Forrester and Dan Jones. Now, Will Forrester's had an insane season, young, up-and-coming. I would love to have him in my team if I was Darryl or Andy Crosby. But Dan Jones, now, we needed someone, thinking tactically in this Dream 11, we needed someone who would get up there and win the headers. Got the long throw as well, which could be crucial when we get onto the strikers. One player I am disappointed I can't include in this video is Ricardo Santos. I'd have loved to put him in my Dream 11, but unfortunately this season I didn't get the chance to interview him, but definitely next season you will see an interview with him, hopefully, fingers crossed. Coming on to the left back role now, and possibly the best or second best player on this list, Mumba, had an incredible season with Plymouth, topping the league, and you know, I think he's only 19 years old, I'm pretty sure, on loan from Norwich. He's already been recalled from Norwich, so possibly even a very high chance he could be going to the Premier League next year as well. But what a season he's had with Plymouth, what an up-and-coming player he is. I know, speaking to Plymouth fans, all of them said just how crucial Balimumba was and is their best player in the team. So Balimumba left back, because what a season he's had and what a player he is, up and coming. So far in this team, it's very young. I mean, you've got the experience in George Baldock, but then you've also got the young side of it, like Will Forrester and Balimumba, which you need to have that balance in the team, which is a very good start in my opinion. Right, now this is where things get a little bit juicy. Into the midfield we go, and I'm going to use my final Port Vale player, funsoojo. Port Vale cracked to pieces when he was injured. This is when we went on our poor spell. We went from just under the playoffs to like relegation fighting, just because funsoojo and Dan Jones were injured. So this is why they're involved in this team, because it shows just how crucial they were in Port Vale's before Christmas for Port Vale, really, because that's when it started to crumble. Alongside him, now I've gone for a Northern Ireland international, ex-Premier League player, which is, by the way, how do I even interview these players? I have no idea, but well, I do, but you know, conorhourihane, former Aston Villa player, of course, until 2022, I believe. Obviously won promotion with them into the Premier League, played in the Premier League. I know Aston Villa fans love him. Now at Derby County, I got to interview him when they went to Vale Park. I know Derby fans will say one of their best away days, but not the greatest game for us, 2-1. I think they scored in the 88th and the 89th minute, which isn't the best. Funsoojo also scored in that game, so... But yeah, two very strong, aggressive midfielders, defensively wise, brilliant. They can both strike a ball. I mean, Funsoojo scored an absolute screamer in a friendly against Rochdale. I mean, just take a look at this. Leaders as well in there. Conorhourihane will probably be the captain of this team. I know Curtis Davis is the captain of Derby, but from what I've seen anyway, I think I've watched 3 Derby matches. Leaders, aggressive, and can progress the ball through the third. Okay, so coming on to the attacking side of the team now, and in the cam, you can't have anyone else, can you? He's simply the best player in League One, and probably the best player ever to play in League One. It's Barrybannan. I managed to interview him again when the Sheffield Wednesday came to Vale Park. What a guy he is. I also met him when we went to Hillsborough, but I didn't interview him because I got someone else who will be included in this video shortly. What a player. Links everything together. 319 like appearances for Sheffield Wednesday, something crazy like that. So what a player he is, and I'm just delighted to have interviewed him. Even if it was at the start of the season, I can still remember it, and it's probably the most famous person I've ever interviewed. I mean, Pieface comes close, but other than that, I'd say he's the best player I've ever interviewed. Okay, now coming on to the front three, and rather than going with 2 wingers, I've gone with solely 3 strikers, which, you know, tactically isn't the best, but to fit all the better players in, I've had to do it. So on the left forward striker role, whatever you want to call it, I've gone with Aaroncollins of Bristol Rovers. Was included in the EFL team this season, of course. I managed to interview him again when Bristol Rovers came to Vale Park. What a player he is. He scored when we went away to Bristol Rovers. So Aaroncollins in there, you know, adds that pace, adds that link-up play, and, you know, those through balls to Aaroncollins from Barrybannan would be absolutely lethal. I mean, Funsoojo can play some really good diagonal balls as well, so tactically, again, that would be absolutely insane link-up. Coming on to the right striker side, and now another player from Sheffield Wednesday, get that great chemistry link, if you're thinking in FIFA terms, to Barrybannan, Michaelsmith, banging in the goals for fun this season. He scored an absolute screamer when Port Vale went away to Hillsborough. What a player he is, though, by the way. I mean, I'm kind of rushing through this video because I want it to be quick, but let's just take a minute to respect the quality that we have in this team, because this team could easily win League One and easily get playoffs, possibly even automatics in the Championship. I mean, let's just sit back and respect this team. Alright, okay, and coming into the striker spot now, but, you know, the 2 strikers, but the central striker, it can only be one man getting that link to Conorhourihane, davidmcgoldrick. I'm pretty sure it's 22 goals this season. What a player he is, though, by the way. I mean, he scored a hat-trick or 4 goals against Chelsea when Sheffield United were in the Premier League. And some honourable mentions include Nathansmith at Port Vale, Jaystansfield, samnombe, Jamesgibbons of Bristol Rovers, former Port Vale player, of course, jameschester of Derby. I know he's only played like 7 games this season, but he's averaged like a 7.5 rating per on average of those 7 games, which is very good. We'll go 2 goalkeepers. We'll go Camerondawson and Michaelcooper as honourable mentions. So there you have it, my Dream 11 players I've interviewed. I can't believe, you know, I even have to sit down and make this video, because it's just so wild that I've interviewed some top quality players, and it only you know, takes me to sit down and talk to a camera of who I've interviewed to realise just how lucky I am to get the opportunity to interview these people. But this can only be done from you guys watching. You know, you give me the opportunity, you subscribe, you like, you watch the video, which I greatly appreciate. And yeah. So guys, don't forget, we are trying to hit 2,500 subscribers before the season ends. Before the season starts. So if you could do me a favour and smash that subscribe button really quickly, that would be absolutely amazing. And also 65 likes and we'll do a whole League One team of the season. And let's see if we can hit 100 likes, we'll do a Premier League team of the season, or League 2, or whatever you guys want. Comment it down below, some video ideas, and we'll get them done for you. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Let me know in the comments what you think. Should I have included someone else? Only real fans will be able to tell me, because you'd have watched my interviews. But let me know in the comments, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so this is what the team looks like fully on paper. I actually did forget to include the Wrexham players, so my apologies on that one, because Paulmullin would have definitely got in this, and possibly Elliotlee as well. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.